Okay, so our bread dough here has sat for a half hour, and our next thing to do is to stretch and fold. We're gonna take off our little shower cap, and this one had a little towel. So when we stretch and fold, we kind of grab one side, pull it up and stretch it, and then fold it over, and then turn, stretch, fold. Oh, that was our timer. Turn that off. Okay, so I'm gonna grab it right here, pull it up and stretch, and fold it over. And turn our bowl, pull it up, stretch, and fold. I can already tell that the dough is kind of it's getting smoother and becoming more like a bread dough than before. So we did that 4 times, stretch and fold. Very messy, very, very messy. Okay, so let's move on over to this one. I'm gonna grab it, stretch, and fold. Ooh, wow, this one is very sticky. Turn. You stretch and fold, so I'm gonna do it kind of the 4 times, the stretch and fold all around the dough. And then I'm gonna let it sit for another 20 to 30 minutes, and then you stretch and fold, do this whole process again. Another 20 to 30 minutes, stretch and fold again. Another 20 to 30 minutes. So you do it kind of 4 cycles of stretch and fold. And then after that, after the stretch and fold 4 times, then you let your dough sit for 6 to 8 hours, and you want it to grow, like double its size. And then the next step is into the fridge. So there we go. We did our stretch and fold, so I'll set the timers and do the stretch and folds. It's kind of nice to do when you're just hanging at home, but there's been times when I did not time this very well, the making my sourdough, and I actually had to go somewhere, so I took my bowl of dough with me in the car, and when I got there I did the stretch and fold. I went into an event, came out, did the stretch and fold again. So yeah, better to do on a day that you're just hanging out at home. So there we go. I'll be back with our next step later.